And I know times like this, you just take it slow. I fall asleep in the pillows. She got my heart in a chokehold. And there she goes.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Hello everyone, this is Liquidity Club by Ahmed Shawi. Today is Sunday, the 26th of May 2024. I'll be doing the weekly market review. Starting with DXY, here we have the weekly time frame chart. You can see price has just been trading down lower. We have a value gap here. Now, what I'm looking is just for higher prices here. We took the extended range liquidity right there. I'm expecting price to continue trading up higher towards the buy side liquidity. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see this is the daily fair value gap. Price traded to it and it's just working inside the fair value gap. Actually, for DXY, it's like we're in consolidation between this candle's low, this candle's high. So there's not pretty much clear direction on one or on which direction we want to be moving in. So that's gonna be pretty much it for DXY. Going to ES, here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, after we took the buy side liquidity, we spent one more week taking also the buy side liquidity. We've created a fair value gap. I'm expecting price to trade towards the fair value gap. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see created a high, low, broke out the high, broke down the low. So from here, I'm expecting, and we have an immediate rebalance right there, trading to the bearish order block. I'm expecting from here to trade down lower towards this low and the fair value gap. Below this fair value gap, if it was animated to the downside, we can see this low right there being attacked. Also this side, this low. So this is what I'm thinking for ES. Going to NQ, here I'm doing the continuous contract and I'm doing the weekly time frame chart. The same thing can be said for NQ. We've swept the buy side liquidity last week and also this week we continued running up higher. We've created a fair value gap between this candle's low and this candle's high. I'm expecting price to trade back down towards it. This means, going to the daily time frame chart, this means from tomorrow opening, from Monday, and until we close on Friday, I'm expecting this low, and the fair value gap to be filled, or at least this low. This is the low hanging fruit. So by just having this narrative in mind that I want to see lower prices, at least my low hanging fruit is this low. I can just take one trade in the week and just aim for this low. This could be just 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 hour, and then from there I can just be away from the charts. I can just bank my first trade. This can be on Monday. Usually Monday this can be manipulation or accumulation. Tuesday can be manipulation. We can see on Wednesday price tag down lower towards this low, but my low hanging fruit or my easy objective is this low. So once this low is done, I can be leaving a runner or I can be risking more, aiming for this low and the closure of this fair value gap. Below this fair value gap, we have these lows right there and the volume imbalance right there. So that's gonna be pretty much it for NQ. Going to Dow, here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. Now for Dow, it didn't take out the buy side liquidity, it just reached to the rejection block and started trading downward towards the fair value gap. So we have an SMT here between Dow, NQ, and ES. This shows that there are some things that smart money or the market makers that are doing in these markets. The Dow is refusing to take out this high, which means it's lower to the downside, whereas ES and NQ took out the buy side liquidity, which means it's not as weak as Dow to the downside. So as you can see, it reached the fair value gap ahead or before NQ and ES did. Going to the daily time frame chart, from here we can see a retracement toward the fair value gap. This is what I'm thinking. We have a high, low, broke the high here, traded to the bearish breaker, bearish order block, and then we traded down lower, broke down lower below this low, bearish breaker here, and the fair value gap price can trace to this fair value gap. I can be taking longs toward this fair value gap, and from here I can be hunting shorts towards this low and the closure of the fair value gap right there and this volume imbalance. So that's gonna be pretty much it for Dow. Going to EURUSD, also known as the fiber. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. I'm just trying to figure out what's the next weekly candle is trying to do, and the next weekly candle I'm expecting it to run towards this favor gap between this candle's low, this candle's high. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see nothing is unfilled here. Everything is filled. There's no favor gap in this price action from this high towards this low. So from here, I'm just expecting price to jam down lower towards this favor gap, these three equal lows right there. That's gonna be pretty much it for EU, or also known as the fiber. Going to pound USD, also known as the cable. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. We have a favor gap between this candle's high, this candle's low. I'm expecting price to run towards them, especially after we have taken out this buy side liquidity right there. So we took the buy side liquidity, which is the external range liquidity. I'm expecting price to run towards the internal range liquidity. From here, we'll be monitoring price on daily and hourly basis if it wants to actually start breaking down lower to take this low, or if it's like respected and it wants to trade up higher for this buy side liquidity. But my main objective is to see price retrace and walk inside this favor gap. And by just having this narrative in mind, I'll just be taking trade towards this favor gap. So I'll be taking shorts next week until this low is met. After this low is met, I need to be assessing and reevaluating the charts or the markets to see if I want to continue taking shorts or if I want to reverse my narrative and start taking longs based on how price treat this area from this candle's high to this candle's low. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the weekly time frame chart. Going to the daily time frame chart, just below this low we have this heavy gap, so price can trade down lower to this low if it was really animated to downside, and if it was running we can be taking some profits below these relative equal lows and the favor gap. The favor gap's three levels, which is the high, consequent parchment, and the low. And the low of the daily favor gap is also roughly approximately the low of the weekly favor gap. So these are what I'm thinking about next week. I'm mainly giving you objectives in what I'm expecting price to move in what direction. And from there, if you want to be the best trader, you need to be executing more. If you want to be the best analytic, you need to analyze more. So if you analyze more, you'll be a better analysis. If you want to be a better trader, you need to execute more. What I'm trying to do here is just blending between both, between you being a better analyst and you being a better trader. I'm just giving you the direction of what I'm expecting of a low hanging fruit for the next week, and you need to go into the charts based on what you trade and try to take some trades in the direction that I've mentioned. We're not trying to catch what the market is trying to do in 5 weeks or 10 weeks or a year. All we're trying to do is just what's the next direction, what's the next move, so we can capitalize on that move. That's gonna be pretty much it for this weekly review. I really hope you found this one insightful. Until I talk to you next time, be safe. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.